Year of meteors, brooding year, I would bind in words retrospective some of your deeds and signs. I would sing your contest for the 19th Presidentiad. I would sing how an old man, tall, with white hair, mounted the scaffold in Virginia. I was at hand, silent, I stood with teeth shut close. I watched, I stood very near you, old man, when cool and indifferent, but trembling with age and your unhealed wounds, you mounted the scaffold. I would sing in my copious song your census returns for the states, the tables of population and products. I would sing of your ships and their cargoes, the proud black ships of Manhattan arriving, some filled with immigrants, some from the isthmus with cargoes of gold. Songs thereof would I sing, to all that hitherward comes would I welcome give. And you would I sing, fair stripling, welcome to you from me, young Prince of England. Remember you surging Manhattan's crowds as you passed with your cortege of nobles? There in the crowds stood I, and singled you out with attachment. Nor forget I to sing of the wonder, the ship as she swam up my bay. Well-shaped and stately, the Great Eastern swam up my bay. She was 600 feet long, her moving swiftly surrounded by myriads of small craft I forget not to sing. Nor the comet that came unannounced out of the north flaring in heaven. Nor the strange, huge meteor procession, dazzling and clear, shooting over our heads. A moment long it sailed its balls of unearthly light over our heads, then departed, dropped in the night, and was gone. Of such, and fitful as they, I sing. With gleams from them would I gleam and patch these chants, your chants, O year all mottled with evil and good, year of forebodings, year of comets and meteors, transient and strange, lo, even here one equally transient and strange. As I flit through you hastily, soon to fall and be gone, what is this chant? What am I myself but one of your meteors? With antecedents, with my fathers and mothers and the accumulations of past ages, with all which, had it not been, I would not be here as I am, with Egypt, India, Phoenicia, Greece, and Rome, with the Celt, the Scandinavian, the Elbe, and the Saxon, with antique maritime ventures, laws, artisanship, wars, and journeys, with the poet, the skald, the saga, the myth, and the oracle, with the sale of slaves, with enthusiasts, with the troubadour, the crusader, and the monk, with those old continents whence we have come to this new continent, with the fading kingdoms and kings over there, with the fading religions and priests, with the small shores we look back to from our own large and present shores, with countless years drawing themselves onward and arrived at these years, you and me arrived, America arrived, and making this year, sending itself ahead countless years to come. Oh, but it is not the years, it is I, it is you. We touch all laws and tally all antecedents. We are the skald, the oracle, the monk, and the knight. We easily include them and more. We stand amid time, beingless and endless. We stand amid evil and good. All swings around us. There is as much darkness as light. The very sun swings itself, and its system of planets around us, its sun, and its again, all swing around us. As for me, torn, stormy amid these vehement days, I have the idea of all, and am all, and believe in all. I believe materialism is true, and spiritualism is true. I reject no part. Have I forgotten any part, anything in the past? Come to me, whoever and whatever, till I give you recognition. I respect Assyria, China, Teutonia, and the Hebrews. I adopt each theory, myth, god, and demigod. I see the old accounts, Bibles, genealogies are true without exception. I assert that all past days were what they must have been, and that they could nohow have been better than they were, and that today is what it must be, and that America is, and that today and America could nohow be better than they are. In the name of these states, and in your and my name, the past, and in the name of these states, and in your and my name, the present time, I know that the past was great, and the future will be great, and I know that both curiously conjoint in the present time. For the sake of him I typify, for the common average man's sake, your sake, if you are he, and that where I am or you are this present day, there is the center of all days, all races, and there is the meaning to us of all that has ever come of these races and days, or ever will come. Over the western sea, hither from Niphon come, courteous, the swart-cheeked, two-sworded envoys, leaning back in their open barouches, bareheaded, impassive, ride today through Manhattan, Libertad. I do not know whether others behold what I behold. In the procession, along with the nobles from Niphon, the errand-bearers bringing up the rear, hovering above, around, or in the ranks marching. But I will sing you a song of what I behold, Libertad. When million-footed Manhattan unpent descends to her pavements, when the thunder-cracking guns arouse me with the proud roar I love, when the round-mouthed guns, out of the smoke and smell I love, spit their salutes, when the fire-flashing guns have fully alerted me, and heaven clouds canopy my city with a delicate thin haze, when gorgeous the countless straight stems, the forests at the wharves thicken with colors, when every ship richly dressed carries her flag at the peak, when pennants trail and the street festoons hang from the windows, when Broadway is entirely given up to foot passengers and foot-standers, when the mass is densest, when the facades of the houses are alive with people, when eyes gaze riveted tens of thousands at a time, when the guests from the islands advance, when the pageant moves forward, visible, when the summons is made, when the answer that waited thousands of years answers, I too, rising, answering, descend to the pavement, merge with the crowd, and gaze with them. Superb-faced Manhattan, comrade Americanos, to us then at last the Orient comes, to us, my city, where our tall-topped marble and iron beauties range on opposite sides, to walk in the space between. Today, our Antipodes comes, the originatress comes, the nest of languages, the bequeather of poems, the race of eld, florid with blood, pensive, rapt with musings, hot with passion, sultry with perfume, with ample and flowing garments, with sunburnt visage, with intense soul and glittering eyes, the race of Brahma comes. See my cantabile, these and more are flashing to us from the procession, as it moves changing, a kaleidoscope divine it moves changing before us. For not the envoys, nor the tanned Japanese from his island only, lithe and silent the Hindu appears, the Asiatic continent itself appears, the past, the dead, the murky night morning of wonder and fable inscrutable, the enveloped mysteries, the old and unknown hive bees, the north and sweltering south, eastern Assyria, the Hebrews, the ancient of ancients, vast desolate cities, the gliding present, all of these and more are in the pageant procession. Geography, the world is in it, the great sea, the brood of islands, Polynesia, the coast beyond, the coast you henceforth are facing, you, Libertad, from your western golden shores. The countries there with their populations, the millions en masse, are curiously here. The swarming marketplaces, the temples with idols ranged along the sides or at the end, bonds, Brahmin, Lama, Mandarin, farmer, merchant, mechanic and fisherman, the singing girl and the dancing girl, the ecstatic persons and secluded emperors, Confucius himself, the great poets and heroes, the warriors, the castes, all, trooping up, crowding from all directions, from the Altai mountains, from Tibet, from the four winding and far-flowing rivers of China, from the southern peninsulas and the demi-continental islands, from Malaysia. These, and whatever belongs to them palpable, show forth to me, and are seized by me, and I am seized by them, and friendlily held by them, till as hear them all I chant, Libertad, for themselves and for you. For I too, raising my voice, join the ranks of this pageant. I am the chanter, I chant aloud over the pageant. I chant the world on my western sea. I chant copious the islands beyond, thick as stars in the sky. I chant the new empire grander than any before, as in a vision it comes to me. I chant America the mistress. I chant a greater supremacy. I chant projected 1,000 blooming cities, yet in time on those groups of sea islands, my sail ships and steamships threading the archipelagos, my stars and stripes fluttering in the wind, commerce opening, the sleep of ages having done its work, races reborn, refreshed, lives, works resumed, the object I know not, but the old, the Asiatic renewed as it must be, commencing from this day surrounded by the world. And you, Libertad of the world, you shall sit in the middle, well poised thousands and thousands of years. As today, from one side the nobles of Asia come to you, as tomorrow from the other side the Queen of England sends her eldest son to you. The sign is reversing, the orb is enclosed, the ring is circled, the journey is done, the box lid is but perceptibly opened. Nevertheless, the perfume pours copiously out of the whole box. Young Libertad, with the venerable Asia, the All-Mother, be considerate with her now, and ever hot Libertad, for you are all. Bend your proud neck to the long-off mother now sending messages over the archipelagos to you. Bend your proud neck low for once, young Libertad. Were the children straying westward so long, so wide the tramping? Were the precedent dim ages debouching westward from paradise so long? Were the centuries steadily footing it that way, all the while unknown for you, for reasons? They are justified, they are accomplished, they shall now be turned the other way also, to travel toward you thence. They shall now also march obediently eastward for your sake, Libertad.